Welcome back. I am dead inside. We're going back to the game. I have a drink with me. His voice. Alright, let's do this. Last time we were here, something happened. I don't want to talk about what happened, but something happened. You guys can go back and see what happened. Anyway. Well, I guess finding an excuse to leave the house wasn't as hard as I thought. Okay, so we're on Sunday already. We're already on Sunday. That's pretty quick. All I had to do was walk out of the door. Papa didn't even... I hope his house is closed. The stuff is getting heavy. Oh? Hey, Sayori. Oh, I just wanted to Sayori's voice when I thought... Natsuki. Hey. Hey, where are you off to? I was just gonna go stop by Hope's house. I left my bag there yesterday. Well, I'm heading there. I'm heading over there now. Oh, that's right. You two are baking today. Yep. Hey, maybe we can come over for a bit. It'd be like an unofficial literature club meeting. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to get in the way or anything. No, it'd be fun. Besides, you know, Sayori, I always appreciate the way you... Natsuki, are you wearing makeup? So what if I am? I mean, I like to wear makeup sometimes. I've never seen you wear it before. Well, sometimes I just like to, okay? I see what's going on. I'll just head on home now. You have fun with Hope, okay? Siri, wait. I wonder what that was all about. Oh, I'm guessing she wore makeup to cover... Okay, that makes sense. I didn't realize that was... I'm guessing... Man, what a weekend it's been. Yesterday was it was absolutely insane. First Siri came over and... we're acting really ecstatic. Then after she calmed down, we had an incident on the stairs. Then she went out crying. I honestly can't figure out what's going on with her. I've never seen her act so erratic before. Kind of worried. She left her bag here while she ran out, so I decided to drop it. I've decided to drop it off later today. Then Yuri came over. I was kind of expecting things to go a lot smoother with her. Yuri's pretty quiet after all, but things got kind of weird with her as well. We had an almost intimate encounter, and she started talking about how it was her muse and stuff like that. I blame her own oil diffusers personally. And today Natsuki is coming over so we can make cupcakes. While I am a little bit worried about how this will go, I'm holding on to a little bit of hope that things will get awkward. While I'm waiting for her to arrive, I decided to take some of my anime stuff out of the closet. Natsuki seems to get this part of me, so I don't feel like I need to hide it. It's interesting. At first, Natsuki and I were afraid to discuss the manga and stuff around each other. And I feel like I can be myself around her and assume she feels the same. It's a nice feeling to have someone to share stuff with. As I'm arranging my mecha figures, I hear a knock on the front door. I head downstairs to answer it. I open the door and find Natsuki standing on my porch with holding two paper sacks full of cooking supplies. Hey there, Hope. I carry these things all the way from the store. Your turn. She thrusts the bags into my arm. Oof. These are heavy. Natsuki stretches her arms above her head while giving me a big cat-like grin. Yeah, well, I guess they are kinda heavy. Very fun. Oh, fuck. I scurry into the kitchen while holding the bags. Knowing I'm dropping these in front of her. I manage to set these down on the counter right before I lose my grip on them. I exhale and then quickly turn around and strike a flexing pose right as Natsuki walks into the kitchen. She's less than impressed. My hero. Natsuki turns around and looks over at the kitchen. I take this opportunity to lean against the counter and catch my breath. It's a pretty nice kitchen. She starts to look around. I quickly manage to stand up straight before she sees me slumped over. Yeah, I guess it's pretty nice. Natsuki opens pantry and reads the stock of what's there. Wow, all filled up. I might not able to find some extra supplies to make the cupcakes with. I nod in agreement. Did you eat before you came over? I was just about to grab something. It's about noon and I haven't had a chance to eat yet. I guess it's about time. What do you have? Well, I open the fridge. Let's see. I pull out 3 pizza boxes, a few slices of cheese, about 3 pepperoni slices. I'll fight you for those, by the way. Do not touch my fucking pepperoni. My pepperoni pizza. By the way, I'm taking my medicine while I'm doing this. What the fuck? There's a fucking bug. I know. And some ballistic salami slices. That's this place specialty. Natsuki's face, there's a disgusted expression. You sure eat a lot of pizza? I shrug. Well, normally my mom cooks, but both my parents are out of town this weekend, so I had to improvise. Natsuki's mouth drops open. You mean to tell me you have a fully stocked kitchen with all these supplies, and you've been eating nothing but pizza for the last 3 days? Hell yeah, that's what it's like to be an adult. Fuck you all. Well, yeah. Her shocked expression widens. Oh, you poor boy. I don't know. I don't know what voice I'm putting on now. I don't know. Okay, I gotta start getting more bitchy. Okay, I get the voice back. Thank God. She picks up the boxes and shoves them back in the fridge. Hey! She turns around and gives me a glare. Any protest I was planning on giving has been lost. I'm not leaving here without getting you some real food. She smiles confidently. Luckily, you're standing in front of the best chef in town. She again opens the pantry and takes stock of what's there. Let's see. Lettuce, tomato, avocado, salt and pepper. And I know I saw mayo and bacon in the fridge. Wait, it's a BLT sandwich. Fuck yeah, I'm hungry. I like BLTs. I hate medicine as well. She gathers the ingredients she names off, then gathers a cutting board and knife. Alright, give me 20 minutes. She pushes me out of the kitchen. I sit down on the couch and continue reading a manga I had just started. I can hear the sound of the oven opening mixed with Natsuki quickly cutting various things. After 20 minutes, she exits the kitchen with a tray. At first glance, it appears to be full of sushi. However, upon close inspection, the rolls are made of bacon. The inside is filled with lettuce, tomatoes, and avocado. Ta-da! BLT sushi rolls. I fucking knew it had to do something with BLT. I want a BLT sandwich now. Time sub. Go to Subway. I'm sorry. Fran just responded to me after I sent him that. I sent him a picture that says pain, and told him that's how I felt. Fran, you're gonna know. You know when this is. I'm editing. I'm literally fucking recording. Fran, you caused me pain. BL, huh? I didn't even know you can do that with sushi. No, me neither. Trust me, I can make something great with just about anything on hand. Go ahead, try one. I pick up one of the rolls and pop it in my mouth. Wow, flavor's incredible. I hurriedly grab the whole handful. Hey, now save some for me. We quickly divide the pieces and sit down for a quick lunch. I finish mine pretty quickly, but Natsuki seems to be eating her a little bit slowly. I'm contemplating wiping one off her pieces. Nope. She quickly grabs her plate and moves it out just out of my reach. Hey, how did you... I know that look. You got the same look on your face that's where it gets when she's about to swipe food. It's not my fault you ate yours so quickly. Just one more. Natsuki holds one of the rolls like she's thinking about giving it to me. I smile with anticipation. Nope. She stuffs the roll in her mouth while giving me a slight grin. My smile fades. Natsuki covers her mouth and laughs. So, have I convinced you that homemade food is better than leftover pizza? I'll say. Good. It's important to learn to cook food yourself. That way, you can feed yourself and all your friends that come over. It sounds hard. Just like reading is hard. Can't I just eat what you cook? I'll happily eat anything you make. She seems slightly taken aback by that comment. Well, I can't come over every time you want a meal, dummy. You're just gonna have to grow up and do it yourself. Anyway, we need to get started on the cupcakes. She stands up quickly and starts pulling supplies out of the bags she brought. She seems to be keeping her head turned away from me. However, every now and then, I catch a glimpse of her face. She's blushing bright red. I start to clean up the lunch stuff as she steps out 2 bowls and several cookie sheets with muffin shaped indents. She pours a few ingredients into one bowl and stirs them quickly. After some more ingredients, she pours the mixture into the cookie sheets and puts them in the oven. They'll also need to cook for a while. We'll mix the icing when they're about to come out. That way, it won't harden too much. So, we've got some time to kill. Manga? Thought you'd never ask. We decided to stay near the kitchen so we can keep tabs on the cupcakes. I head out to my room to grab a few manga series I think Natsuki will find interesting. I come back about 20 That seems like some. I think 20 equals some. I think they coincide. Natsuki and I spend a good amount of time just flipping through the pages one after another. Every so often she'll find one that keeps her interest and we'll read some of it. She asks me questions about them to decide whether or not she will want to keep reading. All in all, it's a pretty laid back way to spend the afternoon. After all the drama from yesterday, I'm glad that I can finally just sit and relax. Suddenly, however, Natsuki closes the manga she's reading and tosses it to the table. I don't think Full Metal Alchemist is the series for me. Really? You haven't gone that far to it. It just, well, 2 brothers are trying to bring their dead mother back to life. That kind of hits a little close to home for me today. I close the manga that I'm reading. I don't think you ever told me about your mother. Natsuki glances at me out of the corner of her eyes and looks away. My mom passed away when I was 7. She had been sick for about a year or so, and so it wasn't really a surprise to my dad. But I was just a little girl. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't understand why Mom wasn't there anymore. I know it's been a long time, but I miss her a lot. Usually I can handle it, but some days are better than the others, you know? Natsuki looks back at me with sad eyes. I'm really sad. I'm really sorry to hear that, Natsuki. Thanks. She picks up a different volume of manga back from the stack. Honestly, it sounds weird, but reading manga kind of helps. Really? How so? Well, I actually just told this story to Yuri the other day. When I was really young, Mama would drag me to the supermarket and go shopping with her. Oh, I hated it so much. It was so boring. I'd cry and whine, but she still took me anyway. So one day, while we were at the store, Mama picked up a volume of Parfait Girls and told me she'd buy it for me if I was good. I don't know what it was exactly, but the cover was colorful and the characters looked nice, so I behaved and got my award. Mama helped me read that night. The fuck? She did different voices for all the characters. I loved it when she did that. Anya had a really high-pitched, squeaky voice, while Alice had a snooty, snout-sounding voice. Mama made me laugh so much while she read it to me. Anyway, the supermarket tricks became much more fun after that. It'd be good. I'd be good, and she'd buy me manga and read it to me in her silly voices when we got home. It kind of became our thing, you know. She looks longingly at the cover of the manga volume in her hand and smiles. I guess manga it's kind of like a path back to her in a way. She closes her eyes and a soft, sincere expression passes over her face. Sometimes, when I read, I can hear her reading along with me in her silly voices. She holds that expression for a little while. Eventually, she puts the volume down and flicks some moisture out of her eyes. Sorry. I didn't mean to get all bubbly on you there. No, it's fine. Thank you for telling me this. Thank you for telling me about this. Honestly glances in my direction and smiles. It's a warm, caring smile that I haven't seen her give very often. A smile that says thanks without saying a word. Anyway, I can smell the cupcakes. I think we're about ready for the icing. I put down the volume I was holding and head back to the kitchen. I take the bread part of the cupcakes out of the oven while Natsuki mixes some ingredients in the other bowl. Alright, I'll start getting the bread into the wrappers. I need you to keep stirring the icing so it doesn't harden too much. I keep stirring like Natsuki instructs while she preps the bread. My arms are starting to feel tired when she finally takes the bowl from me. Alright, this is the right consistency. Get ready to see a master at work. Natsuki divides icing into a few smaller bowls. She adds different dyes and flavorings to the bowl so that each one is different. Then she applies a base of frosting to all the cupcakes. After that, she uses some baking tools to apply the icing to the cupcakes so they can make different designs. Some of them have her now famous cat design, while others have interesting animals like rabbits and frogs. Ribbit. Still, some other cupcakes have more abstract designs on them, like stars and hearts. Finally, about 5 of them have about fairly complex designs on them. One looks like a moon peeking out from behind the clouds on a small, dark day sky. Another is decorated to look like a small beach scene. Wow, those are really cool. I got this idea from Siri and Monica. They suggested that the first couple people who join the club can get a special cupcake as an incentive. I snapped a picture of the designs on my phone. What are you doing? Hey, these are works of art, and they're gonna get eaten, aren't they? I figured I'd take pictures of them. It'd be a shame for art like this to just go away and be forgotten. Natsuki looks at me with a surprised expression. Nobody's ever... She stammered to her mom before turning her head away. Sure, I guess, dummy. I mean, not dummy, but... She doesn't seem to know how to react to this. I decided to do something to change the mood. Hey, Natsuki. You've got a little icing on your face. I do? Where? I reached my finger in a large mixing bowl and scooped out a bit of icing on my finger. Then I quickly smeared icing on Natsuki's nose. Right there. I started laughing as Natsuki shoots a perplexed look at the small dab of icing. Suddenly she looks at me and her eyes narrow. She flicks the icing away and reaches into the bowl with her other hand, scooping some icing on her finger. Oh, it's on. She lunges at me with her fingers outstretched, trying to smear my face with a bit of icing. I dodge and move away from her, laughing the whole time. We continue like this for some time, taunting and laughing. Finally, she manages to corner me. Got you now. I'm trapped. But there's no way I'm laying icing on my face. As Natsuki leans in for the kill, I manage to grab her wrist and hold it away from me. Hey! No fair! I don't remember there being any ground rules, Natsuki. She reaches out with the other hand like she's trying to free herself up, but I managed to catch her with the other wrist. Now I have my hands both around her wrist and I'm holding her hands up to her head. Heh, looks like I win. I smile big to celebrate my victory. However, my excitement disappears the moment I look at Natsuki's face. Okay, is this just me? Or does this kind of look a little bit, not right? I mean, I'm making this a thumbnail, but not right, not like it kind of looks like, forceful. Okay, anyway. Her normally proud and... How do you say that word? I don't fucking know. Expression is suddenly timid and meek. She looks absolutely terrified. Instead of being a smug remark or witty comment, Natsuki is silent, aside from some barely audible whimperings. I'm completely stunned by sudden interest. Natsuki? Are you... She continues to look at me like I'm some sort of monster. The bit of icing has already slipped off her finger. She doesn't seem to notice. Finally, she managed to say something. Her voice barely a whisper. Please, let me go. Please. I realize I'm still holding onto her wrists. I release them, slowly step away from her. Natsuki rubs her wrist while continuing to look at me with her frightened expression. I need a moment. She runs off to the next room. I'm totally lost in expression what just happened. Did I do something wrong? I decided to let her be. She probably needs her space. I start picking up some of the cooking supplies. I don't really know what else to do. Several minutes pass. I'm worried about her, but I don't know what I should do with this situation. Finally, Natsuki returns to the kitchen. She walks in right as I finish putting away the bowls and other supplies. Her eyes are a little red, but she seems more composed than she was before. There's an awkward feeling lingering between us. Natsuki, I'm sorry about it. No, it's fine. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just, I'm a mess. There's so much going on with me that I'm just not ready to share. I mean, I don't know. I sound like an idiot. No, you're fine. Just say whatever you need to. I'll listen. Again, Natsuki looks at me with a surprised expression. Why are you so nice to me? I shrug. Why wouldn't I be? She holds her confused expression and looks down at the floor. By the way, Fran, I'm putting this message here right now. You know, we're nearing the end of Natsuki's part. Because I watched the last episode of DDLC, like the main series, and don't you fucking... I know my accent's weird, fuck you. I watched the last episode of the main continuity, the main game that you edited, and you really had to go as far as call Natsuki a bitch. I know this is just a mod, but what is your opinion right now, Fran? Is she still a bitch? I'm calling you out right now. Fuck you. I mean, I guess she sounds bitchy, but if you look at the mod, you can kind of see there's reasons why she's acting like this. I need your opinion. Fran, please give your opinion in 100 words. I say no, fuck that. Is she still... Do you think she's a lot more... Now that you see, like, a more... Even though it's a mod, it does have some continuity with the main game from Acts 1 and 2 with her home life. What is your opinion? Thank you, Fran. Very cool. Besides, because I don't deserve it. I know what everyone thinks of me. I'm tough and mean. I don't put up with anyone's crap. I know how everyone thinks it's weird that a cute girl like me can be so tough. But if they knew anything about me, Natsuki, I know you and I didn't get off on the right foot. But I feel like I've really gotten to know you over the past few days. I know what's going on with you, but I do know that you don't need to say those things about yourself. Natsuki looks up at me again. She's trying to hide her expression, but I got the impression she's trying not to cry. Yeah, I can see it. But could you help me gather the rest of the stuff? Of course. She and I put all the supplies we used to. Put away all the stuff. I can't fucking read them. All her things managed to fit in one bag now. We agreed I should keep the cupcakes at my house tonight and bring them to school tomorrow. Finally, she takes her bag by the handle and we head out of the front door. She is being uncharacteristically quiet as we walk outside. I've learned how to read. This game has taught me how to fucking read. I'm kidding. As we reach the gate of the front of the house, she stops suddenly and pulls down the bag. Natsuki? Is everything... I'll get an opportunity to finish that question. Natsuki quickly turns around and grasps my shirt as she buries her head in my chest. She's shaken slightly. Everything seems to stop just for a moment as we stand there in silence. Finally, she speaks. Her voice is a soft, timid whisper. I know you probably don't feel the way I do. I don't think anyone could feel that way about me. But if you could just put your arms around me for a moment, then maybe, just for a little while, I could pretend that someone cared about me. I'm stunned. Instinctively, I put my arms around her and hold her close. She never once looks up at me. Her hugs, they're so warm. I wish I didn't. Natsuki, what's going on? She continues to hold on to me for a little while longer. Then she breaks away and wipes her tears. Nothing. I'm sorry, I had a rough week, that's all. But spending the afternoon with you was so nice. I guess I don't want it to end. I have to admit, reading that makes my heart skip a little. I mean, am I really getting flustered on Natsuki? We could, get together and do something another time? I mean, Natsuki chuckles a little. Yeah. I'd like that. My face feels warm. I hope I'm not blushing. Right. And we'll be at the festival tomorrow. So, that'll be fun. Yeah. All of us. It'll be fun. Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you tomorrow. She picks up her bag and starts walking away. I start to head back inside when I hear her call out to me. Oh, Hope. If Yuri shows up tomorrow, and if I happen to slip my arms onto yours in front of her, just play along, okay? Okay. Awesome. See ya. I feel like I missed a conversation there somewhere. Yeah, I need a drink. I walk back to my room, plop down my chair, and leave my head back on the desk. Natsuki too? I'm not the quickest guy on the planet, but I have a feeling that I'm in the middle of some kind of love polygon. What the fuck is a polygon? I've heard the word before, but I forgot what the fuck it is. Anyway, Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki as well. I've never had any luck with the opposite sex before. I've never even had luck with the same sex. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna take that back a bit. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, now I feel like I'm some sort of impending collision. I'm really worried about what will happen at the festival tomorrow. Oh well. No way to look forward to, I suppose. I just hope no one gets hurt. No! Sayori! Yuri! Anyway. I'm praying right now. 9 years ago. There you go, had it be done. Poggers. Papa, can you take me to the grocery store, please? Why do you want to go there, Natsuki? We just went there last week. I know, but there's a new volume of Magical Neko-chan that out today. I want to see what happens next. I'm not going all the way to the store for that. We spend too much money on those stupid things anyway. They're not stupid. Yes, they are. You should be reading real books and enhance your mind, instead of wasting your time with poorly written picture garbage. Forget about it. You're mean. What? Mama didn't think they were stupid. She'd take me. How dare you? I want Mama back. She wasn't mean like you. Stop it. I miss Mama. I said stop it. Why did she have to go away? Mama, Mama. Shut up, you little brat. Now, Pop. After everything I do for you, Papa, let me go. You have the audacity that... Oh, fucking hell, man. I can't... I'm not even joking when I'm saying I can't read it. Like, I'm not even, like, memeing when I just shit on words. This, like, I can't physically read this. This is like... I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Please let me go. Natsuki. Please. Natsuki, I'm sorry. I think it'd be best for both of us if we didn't talk about Mama anymore. Okay, Papa. Okay. I'll go make dinner. I'm sorry, that really just, I couldn't, man. I couldn't read that. Like, holy shit. I can't. Oh. Alright, Monica, all this festival stuff has been taken down. Your room should be ready for class tomorrow. Good job, Natsuki. I'm heading over to the counselor's office to see you catch up and Yuri. Make sure you lock up the room after you leave. Wait, hold up. The where? Would you mind cluing me in what's going on? First, Yuri and Hope don't show up. Then Hope finally gets here and you get all huggy. Then Yuri freaks out and runs off stage while Hope runs after her. Now you're telling me that two of them are in the counselor's office? There's something going on that nobody's bothered to tell me about. Well, look, I've had a lot of plans for today outside our own club or stuff. The anime club has a discussion about how certain supers are different from the manga they based on. I thought Hope would really enjoy that. But in the end, he didn't stop by to eat one of my cupcakes. Why don't you come with me, Natsuki? I think Hope and you should have a talk. Whatever, let's go. Yuri and the counselor have been talking for some time now. I've honestly lost track for how long. They've been starting to discuss some pretty personal things, so I figure I should probably take my leave. Maybe tomorrow. I'll talk to Yuri some more to see how she's doing. I exit the office and head in the hallway. My hand is still throbbing from the glass shards embedded to it, as well as Yuri's impromptu first aid. I put my hands in my pocket and hang my head wearily. What a day this has been. I look up and see Monica and Natsuki approaching me. Monica looks serious and businesslike. Natsuki looks annoyed. Hey Hope, how is everything? Well, my best friend is in a coma, and another friend is currently having to go to discussion with a mental health professional on how she cuts her arms open. I can't say everything's great. About as well as I expected. I glanced over at Natsuki. Well, I said she looked annoyed a moment ago. Up close, I don't think that's the case. She looked more disappointed. Alright, I'll go inside and check on Yuri. Yuri places a reassuring hand on my shoulder and she opens the door and steps inside. Just me and Natsuki in the hallway now. Our rooms are closed and she's looking at me like I'm supposed to say something. Finally, she breaks silence. Well, you two are pretty chummy. I don't really know how to respond to that. I've been pretty busy with today with everyone. I mean, you spent like all day with Yuri, who wouldn't even bother to show up, by the way. And you went off like with after Yuri and spend the rest of the day comforting her, I suppose. I have expected you to come back holding her hand. Not that I blame her. It'd be a perfect opportunity to... Natsuki, how can I be strong? Like you? My question seems to stun her. Huh? I don't know how you get through it. But you still come here every day and face whatever this place throws at you. All you ask in return is for some time to yourself in the space and literature club you call your own. You've gotten this world shut your mouth attitude. You're the strongest person I know. I wish I was strong like you. Natsuki's stance softens. The defensive look passes above her face and genuine concern appears on its teeth. When she speaks, her voice is soft and tender. Hope, what happened to you today? I stand silently for a moment, unsure where to begin with the parade of trials this day has thrown me. In the end, I sheepishly removed my hand from my pocket. It's the hand that Yuri healed and wrapped in a piece of her torn skirt. The makeshift bandage hangs loosely. A few spots of blood are visible through the fabric. Natsuki grasps it as she carefully takes my hand to inspect it. Hope, you're bleeding. How? Are you okay? Do you need to sit down? Do you need anything? She seems almost sick then, with worry. I know I shouldn't, but I smile a little despite myself. Why, Natsuki? If I didn't know any better, I'd almost say you cared about me. My attitude of humor stops Natsuki at a cold moment. Her face quickly changes from shocked to angry, then thoughtful, and finally bashful. Of course I care about you, dummy. Natsuki's uncertain reaction caused me to laugh. What's so funny, jerk? She raised her hand to shove me back slightly. Instead, I turned my body to avoid her shove. The momentum suddenly starts to carry her past me, and I hold my arm to catch her. I have my arm around her waist, and holding her to a loose hug. Thank you, Natsuki. Her response is cold. It's slow cold. Why did I say cold? I'm in an emotional state today right now. Well, not today, but this game is making me in an emotional state. For what? Just for being you when I need you. I move to let her go, but she quickly put her arm around me and hugs me a bit tighter. You're welcome. We stand there for what's been a little while, when suddenly... Well, fuck. It's this guy! Isn't that sweet? You! A roaring strains me, breaking my hug with Natsuki. His voice startles me, breaking my hug with Natsuki little. It's that guy from the poetry thing. Hey, a shrimp, what's buzzing? Looks like you got yourself a little necking buddy there. Natsuki glances in my direction and quickly breaks off her hug for the rest of the day. Her face is bright red. I'm not certain if it's from anger or embarrassment, saying, Don't you have a bridge to crawl back under? Hey, sharp Rosetter. You know, I would have been real offended by the remark and your little quip in the clubroom earlier. But it seems you with your lovable boy have put me in good spirits. So I think I'm just gonna let everything today slide. Natsuki looks confused. Admittedly, I'm a bit confused myself. I don't trust the tone of his voice. In fact, I'm in such a good spirits, I think I'm just gonna go out and get me a dessert. You know, like a parfait or something. Natsuki stands up a bit of the remark. I don't remember that, but his tone was unmistakably sinister. So you're a round shrimp. That guy. What's his deal anyway? I think he was dropped in the head when he was a kid. Repeatedly. Hey, I relate. Except I'm not that much of a dick. Anyway, forget that guy. It's getting late. Head on now. Right. Would you like me to walk you home? Oh, Honestly, seems to ponder the question a bit more than I expected her to. Perhaps. I don't know. Whenever I see the word perhaps like that, I think of that picture. I think of a meme. I'm too lazy to go look it up. And if Fran can find it, please post it on there. Like, find it on Twitter, on Google. I can't find a meme. I'm too fucking lazy right now. Also, and again, emotional. This mod has made me emotional. Anyway, part of the way would be fine. Right then. I guess she's still nervous about her dad seeing her with a guy. That's fine. I'd really like someone to walk home with, even if it's just part of the way. I managed to get Natsuki talking about the festival, and she seems to have forgotten to ask what happened to me. I'm fine with that. Listening to her go on about all the happenings today put me at ease. It's almost like Natsuki chases my bad feelings away. I wonder, had the events of today gone differently? And so the captain of the kendo club was totally hitting on Monika, and his girlfriend stormed in and started yelling at him. He was like, I'm only checking this club out because of my love of literature. Then she was like, you've never read a book in your life. And she dragged him out by ear. Oh, I wish I'd gotten a video. Sounds like you had a lot of fun today. Yeah, well, it would have been more fun if someone had been there instead of hanging around Sayori. Yeah! Hanging around with Sayori. Seriously, I'm kind of pissed she ditched us all day when we needed her the most. I bet she came with some things too, so she could sleep and be lazy. I swear. I know you two are friends at all, but she can be so flingy. What kind of story did she tell you to say her? Natsuki. She didn't tell me your story, keep an excuse. We turned to find a corner that leads to friend in school. Hey. You sound really serious. Something happened to Sayori, didn't it? Yeah. Is she okay? Well, before I can explain what happened, I was cut off by the sound of a group that gathered in front of the school. Huh? That's odd. The festival was over. Everyone should have left by now. We moved towards the crowd to see what the commotion is. Hey, move it! Let me through. Someone tell me what's going on. Natsuki's face freezing forward when she realized the group of people was gathered around. Just in front of the school are two boxes, full boxes of manga. It takes me to realize these are Natsuki's boxes. That's what! Fucker! As if there's anything that her name is written all over the sides and in her handwriting. Scrawled under her name is each box. Read manga. in someone else's handwriting. Gather around the boxes that are passing around her volumes, stacking them. Look at this stuff. It's not even good. I know, right? It's a bunch of kid fluff and trash like that. Parfait girls, my kid's sister. My kid's sister reads that. Who is this Natsuki anyway? It's that short girl in the literature club. The one with the pink bows in her hair. I figured she'd like the little kid stuff like that. Hey, maybe I read this, I'll learn how to cook. Once it doesn't start. Kids are cruel. Fuck children. Okay, fucking hell, Natsuki's taking a few... I forgot to lock the club door. She could start hyperventilating. Maybe best if she went somewhere else. Perhaps we can regroup and decide what to do. Natsuki, let's go. Why don't we go around the corner? I'll see what I can do here. Natsuki suddenly grasped my hand tightly. She's breathing heavily. Her eyes are perplexed, transfixed on the scene before her. Don't leave me. Don't leave me alone. I decided I need to get away from here. I tried to lead Natsuki back to the way we came, when suddenly, put them back. Natsuki's voice booms through the front hallway, silencing all the chatter. She is standing across from us in the entrance to the opposite hallway that connected the main entrance area. She's all business, with a fierce look on her face. For a moment, the entranceway is completely silent. Monika? These were just here and... Did I stutter? I said to put them back. Don't make me repeat myself. Yes, ma'am. The crowd quickly complies. All the manga that have been taken are passed back to the boxes. The students are at the center of the crowd, seem specifically worried about angering Monika further. All of them. In order. And don't you dare crease the pages. Finally, all the volumes are returned, and in the correct order. Monika inspects the boxes and is giving a stern lecture to the gathered clowners who are about respect for their peers. Every single student seems terrified of her. I mean, I can understand. I've been spending so much time with Monica in the literature club lately that I've forgotten how intimidating she can be. After their verbal ratings followed by a round of apologies, the gathered students quickly disperse until only Natsuki, Monica, and myself remain. Wow. No wonder Monica's in charge. Hey, Natsuki? Natsuki? Natsuki looks like she's on the verge of tears. She again timidly steps once back, and twice. Then she turns around the hallway and stifles a sob. Natsuki! I'm too stunned to go after her. I turn to Monica, looking for some kind of guidance. She lowers her head and sighs. Come on, Hope. Help me move these back to the clip room. That night, my neighbors are gonna complain. The thing is, I hit their wall because they don't stop making noise, so they can't complain. Anyway, ring, 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 ring. Click. Hello, Hope? It's Monica. Yeah, I know. What time is it? After midnight. I'm really sorry to call you to sleep. I'm worried about Natsuki. I called her house to make sure she's okay after what happened today, but I couldn't get an answer for a long time. Finally, father answer. But I didn't get much out of him, but I learned that Natsuki never came home after school. Hope, I'm really worried about her. You have any idea where she could be? Yeah, I have an idea. I'm heading to the school. If you don't hear from me within an hour, call the police. Alright. I really roll out of bed and start getting dressed. I want nothing more to sleep after everything that happened today, but apparently it is in the cards. After I get my clothes on, I take a moment to study myself on the frame of my bed. I need a moment to completely wake up before I make my way to school. I keep hoping that I'm actually asleep. Perhaps if I try hard enough, I can jolt myself awake and everything that happened today will turn out to be some sort of dream. Nothing. I figured it was too good to be true. I'm still trying to process it all. It means that Sayori's still in the hospital bed between life and death, and I'm too powerless to do anything about it. And now Natsuki's missing. I come to my senses a little more. I'm pretty sure I know where she is. Even though my parents are pretty worn out from their trip this weekend, I'm pretty sure I'd wake them up if I went down the stairs. So I open my bedroom window and sneak out the side of my house. I begin to walk through my neighborhood towards the school. I walk this way every day. The night sky makes everything look a little more sinister. I know it's a pretty safe neighborhood. I keep imagining danger behind every shadow. I must be crazy. After I walk, the thought occurs to me that this is the third time in 24 hours I've taken this path. And Sawyer hasn't been with me for a single trip today. The thought makes my heart sink. Sayori. She's so full of life. The thought of her lying motionless in a hospital bed seems almost obscene. I fight to push Sayori out of my mind. I can't do anything for her now. But maybe, just maybe, I can do something for Natsuki. I finally arrive at school. I stand in front of the closed gates, mentally preparing myself for what I'm about to do. I start to climb the fence, using some nearby trash cans to boost myself up. I'm not exactly the most in shape person, but the process takes more out of me than I care to admit. However, I'm successful in climbing over the fence. I take a moment to catch my breath. I must have seen this done hundreds of times in 100 anime episodes, but it's a lot harder to do in real life. After my heart starts racing, I try to open the door. It's locked. To no one's surprise, I'm sure. I start to feel around the window for various classrooms on the outside part of the school. Eventually, my patience is rewarded as I find one window that hasn't been locked. I open it up and climb inside. Inside the school at night is even darker than my neighborhood. The deep shadows and concealed corners make the whole building feel foreboding. I half expect something to jump out at me in the dark corner somewhere. Still, I soldier on. I make my way on the door I saw Natsuki enter the club room the other day. Inside is the ladder to the roof. I take a deep breath and climb. Soon I will know if my hunch is correct or not. Natsuki told me that the roof is the one place other than the literature club that she feels comfortable. So I decided it's a good place as any to start to look for her. As I emerge to the top of the ladder, I see my hunch is correct. There's Natsuki, still in her school uniform, standing on the edge. She was in front of the broken down section of the fence. There's nothing between her and a several-story drop but open air. Natsuki! I call out to her before I start to think. She turns her head around and looks at me. Her expression is sad and whimsical. Go away, Hope. Natsuki, please, I just want to talk. She looks at me for a moment and turns her head away to look out the horizon. Goodbye, Hope. No. No. I'm so sick of people saying that to me. I dare to take a few steps closer to her. I'm not going anywhere, Natsuki. You might as well tell me what's on your mind. Natsuki glances at me out of the corner of my eye, almost looks annoyed. Then she turns her head, gazes down at the pavement below. On the top of the roof, it's at least 30 feet down. What do you think they'll see tomorrow? If I jumped? Natsuki, please. If I jumped from here, I'd land right in front of the main door. Everyone would see me tomorrow. I'd probably be all mangled and broken. My neck would probably bend and angle, don't you think? Do you bet they won't call me cute then? Natsuki, you're scaring me. Or maybe they would. Maybe that's what the headline tomorrow would be. Cute girl jumps off school. Oh, it ought to be cute girl forever. Natsuki, please, you don't need to do this. This was my one safe place. The one place where I was free to be me. Now it's gone. Gone. There's no shelter for me now. No place for me to hide. I'm not like the rest of you. I don't get to go home and relax. I don't get to laze around in front of TV and watch anime. I don't get to sleep until I damn well please. I don't have parents that encourage me, or arms to hold me. I have to make all those things on my own. It's not fair. What happened to you? Again, Natsuki turns to me. She seems confused, but she doesn't understand why I would care. It's your father, isn't it? You seem afraid of him. Natsuki, is he abusing you? She looks at me with a blank expression on her face. I suspect she's pondering the question. Abuse? You mean like beating me every day? He's hurt me twice. He hit me just the other day. That was the second time. The first time was... But you're asking if it's a regular thing? No. Though sometimes I almost wish it was. Then I could hate him. I could be angry at him. But now there's just nothing. Try not to cry. Try not to cry. Natsuki crosses her arms as a breeze flows past us. The wind blows her hair back as she closes her eyes. I can tell she's mentally reliving some past events. Papa, he was a good man once. He was warm and kind. Everything a little girl could ask for in a dad. But when Mama died, it's almost like a piece of him died with her. He loved her so much. He couldn't bear to be without her. I don't think he knew how to handle life without her. So he just retreated. I tried to talk to him about my mom, but he wouldn't have any of it. One day, I got upset and yelled at him. He screamed at me and grabbed me by my arms. Natsuki rubs her forearms. It was the first time he hurt me. I think he knew. After that, we never talked about Mom again. Things were okay for a while. But eventually, he started deteriorating. He started forgetting things. He could never concentrate at work, so he let him go. He got to the point where he couldn't even make his own food, so I had to take care of him. I had to look over the household chores, the bills, the meals. I had to find work for him. Natsuki looks away from me again. She starts to chuckle a little. You know what the worst part is? She turns to me again. Her eyes started to water slightly, as if she's fighting back tears. He doesn't thank me. He doesn't even recognize me. He started calling me by my mom's name. Everyone always says I look like my mom. Her lips curled up down in a twisted smile. Lucky me, huh? Natsuki. She wipes her tears away and continues with a half-hearted laugh. I never expected to replace my mom someday. Isn't that something? I was 7 years old, Hope. I was 7 years old. I was scared and lonely, and I needed him. I needed him to hold me and tell me it would be alright. But he didn't. I needed him, and he wasn't there. And he hasn't been there since. I can't remember the last time he held me. I can't remember the last time he said he loved me. His eyes, my father's eyes, I don't remember what they look like. It's been so long since he even looked at me. It's like I don't matter at all. I can tell by her heavy breathing that she's trying not to cry. I'm still absorbing everything that she just told me. I'm so sorry, Natsuki. I'm sorry life has been so cruel to you. But this isn't how you should handle it. Please, come down here. Natsuki snaps her head back and to face me. Don't tell me how I should react. I'm taken aback by her sudden outburst. She seems to notice and tempers her emotion just a little. What do you know? How can you possibly understand what I'm feeling? What do you understand about heartbreak and loss? I've been trying to keep in my head throughout this ordeal, but this seeming just is just a little bit more than I can take right now. What do I know about loss? I guess I can't tell you about loss just yet, because I don't know if I've lost someone at the moment. Natsuki's angry looks into confusion. Huh? Where do you think I was today during the festival? Playing hooky with Sayori? Sayori hanged herself today. What? She hanged herself, and I had to get her down. She was still alive then, and I don't know if she is now. She's unconscious and doctors don't know when or if she'll wake up. Sayori. And I don't know how to feel. I can't mourn her because she isn't dead, and I can't celebrate her because she isn't there. And I found myself wishing she'd just be alive or dead so I can figure out how I'm supposed to feel. And I hate myself for thinking that. Now it's Natsuki's turn to be surprised by an outburst. So when you tell me how conflicted you are by your feelings about your father, yeah, I know how that feels. And I'll tell you another thing. I may have watched someone I love die today. I won't do it again. I'll jump off that ledge myself before I watch you do it. So please, if you don't calm down yourself, I raise my hand towards Natsuki. Do it for me. Try to breathe. If you can't tell, I'm actually holding back tears now. Natsuki looks at my outstretched hand for a moment. Her face looks like is a mass of emotions I can't read. So finally, she slowly reaches her hand towards me. She takes it in her and slowly steps down the ledge. We both step away from the edge as the rooftop, and I take her hand in mine. For a moment, we just stand there looking at each other in the darkness. Another gust of wind passes by us, blowing her hair back. I can read several emotions on her face. Sadness, fear, anger. Behind that, I detect a hint of hope. I continue to hold Natsuki's hand as I look into her eyes. I want a better life for you, Natsuki. I want you to be safe and loved. I care about you. You matter to me. Natsuki opens her mouth to say something. Then she clenches her fist. She begins to rapidly breathe as she shuts her eyes repeatedly. Finally, she opens her mouth again. But instead of words or screams, it's only a moment of silence, followed by a loud wail. Tears begin to stream down her eyes as she moves closer to me. She balls her hands into her fists and buries her face into my chest. Her wail has turned into a series of gasps and sobs, occasionally punctured by a loud pounding her fists on my chest. I realize this is years and years of pent-up anger and sadness. The morning I was a 7-year-old who could never say goodbye to her mother, and the English of a young woman who has lost her father. I put my arms around her as she continues to pour out years of resentment and neglect. I don't know how long we've been here like this, and I don't care. The world can wait while I hold her. After Natsuki had finished, we left the rooftop and exited the school. She stayed at Monika's house that night. The next day, Monika and I accompanied her to the police station. There, she requested to be taken into protective custody and filed a separation order on her father. The police officer took her away from Monika and I. We waited for a little while until we were sure that Natsuki was being taken care of. Then we left for school. The day passed by slowly. My thoughts were wandered between Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri all day. I hoped and prayed that they would be safe from their demons. Finally, I met up The school day ended and I met up with Monica in the club room. Since Jerry didn't show up in the meeting, we both agreed to go to the police station and check on Natsuki. We checked in and sat on the bench while we waited for an officer to talk to us. Until... You two are Natsuki's friend, correct? Yes, sir. We'd like to know if she's okay. She has been taken into protective custody. I can't disclose her location, but I can assure you that she's being taken care of. We sent an officer to her home today to assess the situation. Based on what we've been told, Natsuki will be most likely be moved from her house to live with a relative. I see. Sir, can you tell us how her father reacted? I probably shouldn't disclose this, but the officer I dispatched did converse with her father. Apparently, her father was confused and barely responsive. He didn't appear to understand what's happening. He almost kept asking for someone named Haruka. Someone in that condition isn't the guardian for a minor. We'll study the situation more, but he may need to provide for sexual care or move to assisted living facility. That's all I can tell you. Thank you, officer. Is there a chance we could see Natsuki soon? I'm afraid we can't answer that, son. But I'm sure if she's able, she'll find you before she leaves. Alright. The policeman exits the room, leaving Monica and I by ourselves. Once again, I'm physically and emotionally drained. I will sit down for a moment. Before I can, Monica suddenly leans her head on my shoulder. I glance over as she's covering her eyes with her hands. What little I can see tells me that she's fighting back tears. I put my arms around her. For now, all we can do is stand together and think about our friends, as we offer each other a small amount of comfort. A week has passed since that fateful day at the festival, and it's no surprise considering the disaster that they brought that no one knew during the literature club. I have a feeling we become social pariahs. Yuri informed Monica she would be taking a short leave to focus on her counseling sessions. I want to talk to her about what happened that day, but I figured Yuri needs to focus on herself for a while. I visit Yuri every chance I can. She's still stable, but unresponsive. Every time I visit, I hope to see her smiling face again. But so far, hope is all I have. Neither Monica and I have heard from Natsuki since we left the police station that day. We received no news from her or her father. Our club meeting has become a quiet affair, with only Monica and I there. I can tell this is all weighing heavily on her. Her beloved club has all but fallen apart. She puts on a brave face for me though. The one upside to this is that Monica and I have been able to spend a lot of time together. She's actively encouraged me to read some Western literature. I'm not entirely enthusiastic, but it seems to lift her spirits. I suppose I am supposed to discuss the latest chapter of Huckleberry Finn with her in the club meeting today. Isn't that one book with the N-word in it that teachers make you read in school? I think it's that one book. Anyway, it isn't my favorite book ever, but Monica seems to love it, and her enthusiasm is somewhat infectious. Plus, I love seeing her smile. The final bell of the day rings, and I make my way to the club room. As I enter, I'm surprised to see that Monica isn't alone. Natsuki is here as well. I almost call her name, but quickly notice that she and Monica seem to have an important conversation. So, be sure to give that letter to Yuri, okay? I will. Natsuki, no matter what happens, just remember that you're always welcome here. Thanks, Monica. The two of them share a hug. Afterwards, Natsuki wipes her eyes and walks towards the door where I am. She doesn't notice me until she's almost ready to walk out the door. Oh, Hope, I didn't, She seems embarrassed. Hey, Natsuki. I'm glad to see you. She's still a little flustered from a moment ago. There's an awkward moment of silence between the two of us. I have so many questions to ask her, but I don't know how much I should pry. I decided to keep it simple. So, how's things been? He glances back at Monica, who is shuffling some papers on her desk. Would you mind walking with me for a moment? Oh? Sure. Natsuki and I head down out of the hallway. She's had her arms folded and seems a bit agitated. I suppose you're worried about what happened to me? I nod. Well, everything seems to have happened so fast. I guess I should start with Papa. I doctor came and spoke to me a few days ago. He says the amount of stress on Papa's body has really affected his health. He said he has the body of someone 15 years older than he is, and Monica puts her hand over her mouth and starts to choked up. I could step forward with her, but she holds her hand up towards me. It seems like she needs to say it out loud to make it real. Papa has an early form of dementia. His memory is almost completely gone. The doctor says the only clear memory that the only clear memory is of the person he loved the most. Again, Natsuki puts her hand in her mouth. She is breathing hard, fighting back the wave of emotion that is washing over her. How are you? I don't know. You don't know I can process all that right now. Another moment passes. Natsuki regains her composure. Anyway, that's that. So, as far as why I'm here, I came back to pick up my manga. Also, I came back for this. She pulls a Parfait Girl bookmark out of her pocket. Hey, I'm glad you still have that. Yeah, well, it helps me find my place. Also, I came to say goodbye to everyone. Huh? I'll be living in my aunt a couple towns over. I don't know, I'll be going to school over there, or I'll finish the year with online courses. Either way, I won't be here anymore. She quickly looks away. What kind of person is your aunt? Well, she's actually my mom's sister. I think I met her once or twice when Mom was alive, but I hadn't seen or heard from her since then. She was eager to take me in. She's kind of a free spirit, but she seems really nice. And the best of all, she likes manga. Apparently she owns a bookshop and has a large collection that puts mine to shame. Wow, I'm glad to hear that, Natsuki. I'm glad it sounds like this will be a good move for you. Yeah, well, she was excited talking about her aunt, but now Natsuki is somber again. I'm glad to be living with her, but that means I'll be leaving you. All of you, that is. I'm happy for you, Natsuki, but I'll miss you as well. Anyway, I left some letters with Monica. There's one for Yuri, one for Sayori when she wakes up, and there's one for you also. But since you're here, I'll tell you that it has my new address. I'd like for you to write me. Absolutely. It'll be easy to keep up in touch with emails and texts. No, I mean you send me texts and stuff, but I'd like some handwritten letters from you as well. I'd like to know that your hand wrote the words on paper. She seems embarrassed to tell me this, and she looks away, blushing. However, I'm gleefully touched by her words. Yes, Natsuki. I'll write you every week. I promise. Wait, let me get a drink. Choking back tears. I have to do that mainly because I need to. That's actually important to me right now. Natsuki glanced over to my direction. You won't forget? The sound of her voice was telling me the question is deeper than forgetting to write. I told her straight in the eyes. Never. Natsuki holds my gaze for a moment. Then she suddenly grabs my jacket and pulls me down to her level. She quickly pressed her lips against mine. Before I could process what's happening, she breaks away. She's blushing bright red as she turns and runs off to opposite direction. As she runs, I can barely hear her say one word. Dummy. She continues to turn the corner and disappear from my sight. I'm dumbfounded. I put my hand over my lip and try to make sense of what just happened. Wow. Alright, when everything is packed and we're heading out to your aunt's house. Okay. Before we go, could we drive by my dad's house one last time? I'm not really supposed to take you near that area. I know, but since this is an unmarked car, we can just drive by the house slowly. Alright, but I'm not stopping. That's fine. Alright, we're driving by it now. I see your father in the window. You could best hope he didn't see you. 12 years ago. I'm not doing it. I'm actually not gonna do it. That's... Papa. What is it, Natsuki? You know you aren't supposed to come to my study. I know, Papa, but I want to show you my hair. Oh. You've put your hair in the pigtails. You're so cute, Natsuki. Papa, you always say I'm cute. Well, that's because you are Natsuki. Oh, Papa. Papa? Yes, dear? Well, you always say I'm cute. Yes, Natsuki. I always say you're cute. I'll always be there for you when you need me. Okay. I love you, Papa. I love you too, my darling Natsuki. You didn't see you, did he? No, he didn't see me. Not anymore. Alright then. We're heading out now. Goodbye, Papa. So, yeah, the music isn't really helping me right now. God damn it. I'm not in the, wait, let me check something. Wait. Yeah. Wait, isn't this... Cause, so I didn't see an episode 4, I just want to check that quickly. That's the thing. I'll have to research into this. But for now, I'm kind of an emotional wreck because of it. If it isn't, then you guys will see another episode this. Hopefully, but I thought there was going to be a 4th episode for myself in the trailer. I'm not sure if some stuff has changed since then, because this mod is like 2 years old, I think, am I right? But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video, and that may or may not be another moment with you mini series again. I'm not sure. I'll figure this out later. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.